The Inbetweeners remains one of the most iconic British sitcoms of the 21st century, with its relatable teenage awkwardness, crude humor, and unforgettable one-liners. Fans who grew up with the show still hold out hope for a reunion of Will, Simon, Jay, and Neil. Yet, as much as the cast's on-screen chemistry made them seem like lifelong pals, the reality off-screen is far from the close-knit group of friends they portrayed. Now, 10 years after their last appearance together, insiders have revealed the truth behind their estranged relationships, making it clear that a reunion may forever remain a dream. The Inbetweeners burst onto British TV in the late 2000s, chronicling the lives of four awkward teenage boys navigating the trials of adolescence. With its blend of relatable coming-of-age stories and outrageous humor, the series became a cult hit, spawning 2 successful films and amassing a global fan base. But after the final film in 2014, the beloved characters disappeared from screens, leaving fans hoping for more. Rumors of a third film or reunion special have swirled for years, but recently, Simon Bird, who played the infamous Will Mackenzie, dashed those hopes, stating there's no prospect of a comeback. While scheduling conflicts were offered as a reason, insiders suggest that bitter rivalries and personal conflicts among the cast are the real culprits. The growing tensions. Despite playing best friends on screen, the relationships between Simon Bird, James Buckley, Jay, Blake Harrison, Neil, and Joe Thomas, Simon, have deteriorated over the years. According to one insider, none of them are really mates anymore and haven't been for years. This revelation has surprised many, given the perceived camaraderie they exuded during the show's run. But like many real-life friend groups, time, fame, and personal differences have taken their toll. Bird and Harrison, in particular, have been described as mega snooty, with their rising success in the acting world contributing to the growing divide. Both have gone on to enjoy significant post-Inbetweeners careers, with Bird starring in Friday Night Dinner and Harrison appearing in acclaimed dramas like A Very English Scandal. Meanwhile, Joe Thomas and James Buckley have struggled to step out of the shadows of their Inbetweeners roles, leading to underlying jealousy and resentment within the group. Crossed words in a fling gone sour. While there hasn't been a major falling out between the core four, there have been moments of friction. One source mentioned that a few crosswords have been shared, particularly around career success. Yet, the cast members have all moved on with their lives, focusing on their families and long-term partners, making any talk of a reunion less appealing. Beyond the main cast, tensions have also simmered with other members of the show, particularly between James Buckley and Emily Atack, who played Charlotte Hinchcliffe. The two reportedly had a brief fling during filming, but the relationship quickly soured. Atack has downplayed the fling, calling it a bit of fun, but Buckley seems to have held onto the grudge. When the cast reunited for Friends Reunited, a 2019 special, Atack was noticeably absent, and rumors swirled that Buckley had refused to participate if she was included. This personal tension between Buckley and Atack has added to the list of reasons why a reunion seems highly unlikely. An insider close to Atack shared, she was gutted, but he made it very clear he wouldn't share a set with her again. Embarrassment and fear of typecasting. Another major roadblock is the actors' embarrassment over the juvenile humor of the Inbetweeners. As their careers have evolved, they've become increasingly wary of being typecast as their characters. Bird, for instance, has worked hard to establish himself as a director and producer, distancing himself from the cringeworthy antics of Will Mackenzie. Harrison has similarly moved on to more serious roles, and sources say the cast no longer want to be associated with the crude humor of the past. James Buckley, ironically, seems to be the most eager for a reunion, yet he also struggles the most with being recognized as Jay Cartwright, the character infamous for his wildly exaggerated stories of sexual conquests. Buckley has admitted to feeling conflicted over his association with Jay, often playing up the character's persona in public but privately worrying about how it affects his reputation. Despite his success in earning over £1 million on Cameo, where fans request expletive-filled videos from him, Buckley has expressed frustration at being perpetually seen as Jay. He once shared, "People still talk to me as if I'm Jay from the Inbetweeners." In fact, Buckley's struggle to move on from the character is a key reason why the Friends Reunited special was widely panned. Hosted by Jimmy Carr, the reunion devolved into an awkward roast, where Buckley felt humiliated, stuck between playing up Jay's persona and trying to be himself. The experience left Buckley reeling, later confessing, "I come across as a complete moron through the whole thing." The end of an era. As much as fans might yearn for the return of the Inbetweeners, the reality is that the cast has grown apart, both personally and professionally. The group dynamics have shifted, and despite the lucrative offers that could come with a reunion, the four actors seem determined to leave the past behind. One insider summed it up: "They want to remember the Inbetweeners for what it was, a bit of fun when they were young." But there's no way the four of them will be donning those school uniforms again. With rising careers, family commitments, and old tensions still simmering beneath the surface, it seems the time for the Inbetweeners has well and truly passed. For now, fans will have to cherish the memories of the show's original run and its two blockbuster films, as the chances of a reunion are as slim as a Beatles comeback. Though the prospect of an Inbetweeners reunion seems unlikely, the legacy of the show endures. For a generation, the crude antics of Will, Jay, Simon, and Neil provided laughter, comfort, and nostalgia. While the actors have moved on, their characters remain immortalized in one of Britain's most beloved sitcoms. So while we may never see them reunite on screen, the impact of the Inbetweeners will always hold a special place in TV history.